Welcome guys to another video of Italian for Americans. I'm Alberto, the founder of Italiano Automatico, and I'm here for you today to help you solve a big problem, which is the fear of making mistakes, the fear of speaking Italian. Many of you guys ask me, Alberto, I'm still worried and afraid about making mistakes while I'm in Italy and speaking to Italians and making an embarrassing mistake. I don't know, I'm not really sure. How do I overcome this? How do I speak without worrying about this? So I'm gonna help you with two books I suggest for you, but also I'm gonna talk a bit about the most important lessons from these books. So the number one book that helped me to fix the problem of the fear of making mistakes in speaking languages, but also in life in general, was a Dale Carnegie book called How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. So I was really afraid at the beginning when I was making YouTube videos. I was afraid of making mistakes and afraid of showing my face, and I was really worried, I was shy. And I was reading this book and he explained to overcome this shyness, the fear of making mistakes and the fear in general, you have to mentally rehearse what's the worst thing that can happen and mentally accept that. So I thought, okay, my fear in that moment was I'm gonna speak, let's say, a language I was learning, German, on Skype, and I was worried, like, oh, I don't really speak these languages yet, am I gonna make mistakes and feel embarrassed, and I wasn't feeling good about it. And I tried his tip, which was, okay, let me think, what's the worst that can happen? I make a mistake, the guy laughs, and I'm like, I don't know what I said. So that's the worst thing that can happen. If you make a mistake with a person that you don't know, that's the worst thing that can happen. She or he laughs at you. The worst thing that can happen. Or maybe two people will laugh at you. 3. Then what? So we make these mental movies, we rehearse this. Oh, I'm gonna speak Italian in Italy or with this guy, etc. I'm gonna be really worried with the fear of making mistakes or feeling embarrassed and look like an idiot. That shouldn't be like that, okay? So remember, mentally accept the worst that can happen so that you are freed from that worry. So if you want to go deeper into this thought process, I do suggest you read the book from Dale Carnegie, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. Another book that helped me a lot is Susan Jeffers' book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. That was a great book, and it's so true. While I was reading, I was like, whoa. So it's completely normal that I'm feeling afraid. She was explaining that everybody in the world, when that person does something new, he's gonna feel uncomfortable. He's gonna feel discomfort. He's gonna feel this feeling of fear, being afraid, being worried, being anxious. And there's no way to delete that fear unless you do this thing repeatedly. So basically, she explained that hey, when I was speaking another language, and for you, if that's the case, or if you overcome that already, congratulations, but if you still have that feeling like, I'm gonna speak Italian in a bar, in a public place in Italy, or in a restaurant, and you feel like you don't wanna scream and speak lower, with a voice that is lower, not to be heard, it's normal because you're doing something that you're not used to do. So the first time is gonna feel a bit scary, the second as well, and the more you do it, the more it goes away. So you have to be aware that this feeling of being anxious, being afraid of speaking another language, it's gonna stay just for a while, just the first times, and the more you do it, the more it's gonna become normal and you will feel amazing doing it then. Okay, so these two books and these two tips really helped me, and I hope they're gonna help you. So to recap, number one, mentally accept the worst that can happen, which is not gonna be bad most of the times, and that once you accept it, that is gonna help you eliminate the fear and live with it. And number two, be aware that this initial fear is gonna stay here just for the first few times, and then it's gonna become normal. Like for me now, shooting videos, I was super worried the first one. Now after 700 videos, I feel like it's like chatting with a friend. And this is not magic, it's just our brain. The brain gets familiar with the things and it allows you to do them in a more comfortable way with time. The same thing works with you speaking Italian. So I wish you a great day. I want to thank you for being here with me today on this video. You can subscribe to the Italian for American channel. if you basically want more content like this also in Italian to help you understand what you need to do to learn this beautiful language. And I want to thank you again, wish you a great week. You can leave your email below clicking on a link to get a gift and to get inside my private contact list so that you will receive further gifts, private invitations to live webinars and many other things that I do for my private contacts. So thank you again, wish you a great day and buona giornata.